Mr. Habibullah, perhaps you want to stay standing because I think we could take a couple of questions in case anyone has a few burning questions from the Chief Information Commissioner. And of course, this is one of the most powerful acts in the world, and we have a commissioner who's extremely well placed to carry it out given his energy and intellect. So if anyone has a question, please, this is Pramod, would you like to ask a question?
Why is it so?
Now, my dear friend, you have to ask Mr. Chandrasekhar that question when he speaks to you. My job is not to see that everybody's website is updated, but if you make a complaint to me, yes, I can then issue directions to Mr. Chandrasekhar that within 10 working days, he will have his website updated.
Okay, my simple question thereafter is that I think we need to be proactive now, which means that the Chief Information Commissioner and its office must periodically see if the websites of all the government departments have been updated or not. If they are, you would get so many less questions because the information would be available to the public. So that's a humble request.
I think that's a very important question. I mean, can the CIC use its good offices to push suo motu disclosure using websites and other means across the country, and certainly in the government of India?
Well, certainly, Pramod claims that the question is humble, but it is somewhat it's a somewhat large question, because the Information Commission, that is not really the role of the Information Commission. That is, in fact, the role of the government. And the nodal point in the government, the nodal authority in the government, the administrative ministry for this act, is the Ministry of Personnel, Public and Grievances and Pensions, and specifically the Department of Personnel and Training. Section 25 lays that down. But your point is well taken. And in fact, in the decisions that we give, our role is really to hear complaints, to hear appeals, and give decisions in the matter. And in our suo motu role really lies in actually receiving annual reports from all the ministries and departments and then making our recommendations to government. Yes, your point is well taken in regard to the recommendations that we make to the government, because in the annual reports, and our first annual report is to be presented to the Parliament in its coming session. It's already gone to government. I expect it will be presented in the next session. After that, it will become public. But the first annual report is rudimentary. It's only about the start of the commission. But yes, now we are, in our annual reports which are following, are actually examining the website, the compliance with Section 4. The whole monitoring mechanism of the annual reports is now concentrated on Section 4 of the Act. So the reports that we are getting from the various ministries is their level of compliance with Section 4 of the Act, specifically Section 4.1b, the details of which I read out to you. Now, Section 4.1b has been complied with by all departments in the Government of India. That is not so of all departments in the various states, but certainly in the Government of India. But not all subsections of 4.1b have been so complied with. Putting up the names of PIOs, putting up the names of officers, general schemes and things, that is there. But the details which I have mentioned to you about how the public is to participate in policy making and things, those are not there. Those all have to be there. And that is our role, which we seek to increasingly play. But when I say that we seek to increasingly play that role, it must be mitigated by the fact that, you see, the faster our outputs, the faster our decisions take place, the faster the inputs are coming in. Having started with a time when we would get about 150 applications in a month, of which we would dispose about 97, 98, and therefore a backlog started building up. Now we are getting between 700 and 800 in a month, which has peaked to over 1,000. And although our rate of disposal has gone up to 600 and 700, between 5 and 600, it is still not keeping pace. So although we can say we have disposed of a large majority of our cases, in my view, this is not good enough, because the backlog is also there, and the waiting period is rather long, which should not be there. So all these are certainly riddles. When you're asking for a further role of the Information Commission, yes, it's welcome. It means that you probably have the confidence in us that we will play that role. But you'll have to take it in the context of the overall, our principal aim is to see that the appeals and complaints are disposed of at the highest possible rate, so that the waiting period for those who approach us is reduced to the minimum.
Yeah, just a small question, sir. I think that as he has been mentioning, you have said Section 4, all records. I lay emphasis to the word all. I mean, it's good to say that all records should be. Do you think it is going to be possible? And if so, in what time frame? You must have thought, your department, the government must have thought about it. In what time frame? Otherwise, the sword will be hanging absolutely on the heads of all the departments because they are violating Section 4.
You see, over here, as I read out to you Section 4, it did not give a time frame.
So, that means it can anytime.
No, but that is where we are coming in. The Act itself allows for, you can say, well, in 10 years, in 15 years will be available. But the point in my mentioning the scheme which Mr. Chandrasekhar is administering on e-governance, there is a certain time frame which is laid down under the concept of e-governance. I am talking in terms of tying this Section 4 into the concept of e-governance, so that when you go into the whole aspect, or into all the ramifications of e-governance, you actually cover all the records which are available with various departments. Now, I don't think that it is an impossibility. A lot of departments, you'll be surprised, have started doing a lot of work. The Delhi Transport Department is a case in point. Somebody came along and asked for information over the last 7 years of the Blue Line buses, the number of Blue Line buses, the names of the persons who applied for the application, the tests that had been done on the buses, what tests had been done to pass the buses, all kinds of details, what mileage they had been doing, and a lot of details on Blue Line buses. Now, the day before the information actually became due, they had put all this information onto their website. The transport office. But the negative point of that was that the answer from the public information officer, instead of giving him, he'd asked for a CD of that statement. Instead of giving him a CD, he said, well, now it's all on the website. You can go onto this number, this CCC and all that, and you can access the whole information. Now, the poor chap who'd asked for the information was not so conversant with computers and accessing websites. So he actually went onto the website because he knew how to handle a computer. But having gone onto the website, he didn't know how to actually search for the particular information that he was looking for. So he made an appeal to the first appellate authority. The first appellate authority then said, he clicked on his computer, said, here it all is, and here it's all on the website. You can see that it's all there. So you can get it anytime you want. So the poor chap went off again, appeal dismissed, and here it's on the website. So he went off again. And the chap comes in second appeal. He said, the appellate authority may have been able to get onto it, but I am not able to get onto it. So this particular case, the whole process, shows how developments have already started taking place. An ordinary citizen of Delhi asking for information on Blue Line buses was in a position to contest the manner it was being given to him through internet. He said finally the decision that I took was that he'd asked for it on CD. He didn't simply ask for you to show it to him on the website, but to give him a CD and say, since you've got it on website, you can easily make a CD and give it to him. So it was wrong on your part to have just said that now it's on the website, you can get it. That was the decision that was given by us.
I only hope you're not penalized him for that.
Pardon?
I only hope you're not penalized him for it.
No, we didn't penalize because the chap had actually given the information.
Right aside, only one question is an observation, not a question. Suppose X asks a question, just a motivated question, detail. And then later on, why you wish to answer, he finds it very embarrassing and take action. I don't want to take. And that's all. No, the X doesn't put any pressure on you, but I haven't got a reply. That's really why. Is there any system for you to ask X? You are wasted the
yes.
public.
Not that you wasted.
Asking questions and then keeping quiet.
Not that you wasted. We get cases, we often come, you see, as a result of the person asking for information, that matter coming before the information